Hi, my name's Carolyn, and I wanted to share a little bit with you guys about selling on Amazon. It's been about a year and a half since I started my Seller Central account, and I started very small. Um, I had about $150 on a credit card, and I found one item at a store that was on clearance, and there was a lot of them and it was such a low price. And I thought, well, maybe I could sell this on Amazon. And I had gone to a seminar a few weeks before that and sat for 3 hours and listened to some people talk that had been doing Amazon for a long time. And at the end, they had a package that you could buy with a mentor and all these other things. And um, I felt like I had gleaned enough information from just sitting in that seminar to kind of start on my own and just figure it out. There was a lot of information that the person had given, and at this time, I don't even remember what the name of the company was that was doing the mentoring program, but they gave a lot of really good tips on if you wanted to just get started without any help. And because that person shared all of that knowledge without expecting anything, not saying you have to buy something at the end, I was really intrigued and I thought, I gotta get on this. There's something to this. So I started with a closeout and I started using the Seller Central app on my phone to go through stores and figure out if something was sellable on Amazon. If it was not a restricted item and it looked like I could sell a couple of them, I'd try it out. And so I did that for a while. It was kind of a trial and error thing. There's a couple great discount stores in my area. So I was usually finding, one or two things I could throw up on Amazon and see if I got some hits. And that's what I was doing. And I had some success with it, but other items, I got in huge trouble. I didn't realize you couldn't just sell whatever you wanted just because it was at a store on clearance. So one of my best-selling items, and I was killing it. And I couldn't get enough of this item and I would go to every single store looking for it. And one day I got this letter in my email saying I needed to stop selling this product from the company that manufactured it. And I was like, well, who are they to tell me? I'm going to do it anyway. I don't care. So I just kept doing what I was doing and not listening. And eventually Amazon shut down that listing and I couldn't sell the item anymore. And whatever stock I had left, well, they took it because that's their rules. If you're caught doing something you're not supposed to, basically selling something without permission from the manufacturer or getting it through the proper channels, getting permission, then Amazon can shut you down at any time. And that's what happened to me. So I continued on, but started to seek more reputable channels of getting my merchandise. And I started trying to private label as well. And that wasn't bad. It was a very interesting journey. It was a lot of money to put down if you don't have any. And I certainly made my mistakes along the way. Fortunately, I was still working at the time, so I wasn't at a total loss when I did my few experiments with selling things and then having my inventory taken. And by the time I got to try to start private labeling, I was still working. But that proved to be a lot tougher than I thought it would be. I have watched hours and hours of YouTube videos from all these different experts on what's the best system to use, what should I do, should I try to sell name brand products, how do I do that, how do I do private labeling. And so I designed a couple things, worked with some manufacturers in China, and released my products, and then nothing happened. And, you know, I was waiting and waiting, trying to figure out, why am I not getting sales? What am I doing? Why are my listings not good enough? I thought they were great. I had professional shots of my products and great descriptions, great listings, and just couldn't get the marketing down, couldn't get enough reviews and sales. And so finally, I got to a point where I was really in the hole with my private label stuff. It wasn't moving, and that was on borrowed money as well. So, you know, I had started building up some cash from the various products I was selling, different strategies. But when I tried to put a lot of money in on one thing, and it wasn't something that had been on the market before, it had no sales history, it had no reviews, and trying to get those things, you need to put in a lot of work, and you have to have money to do advertising and get reviews. And it's a tough road if, you know, you're paycheck to paycheck and not really sure you know what you're doing. So what I would have to say is, I probably should have gotten that mentor at the beginning when I went to that seminar. And boy, I wish I had, because I've had some ups and downs with selling on Amazon, but overall, at this point, now I've gotten a mentor. So first word of advice is, if you've never run a business, you've never been in sales, or you just don't know much about selling products on Amazon or e-commerce, you would definitely benefit from someone else's experience that's already done this. So my first word of advice is, definitely get a mentor. If you're ready to go out on your own and start a passive income stream, even if you're still working, it's definitely worth it to have that knowledge from other people that have done this and made the mistakes that I have and kind of found their way. Everyone that's been successful at this, they'll definitely tell you, get a mentor. So that's what I'm doing now. And I've seen incredible improvement in my sales and just strategies and ability to source products and figure out how to scale my business in an intelligent way. So I'm really excited for the next step, and I'm going to be here with you guys and help you as much as I can. If you have questions, I'd love to hear what you have to say, what your experiences are, and, you know, let's start something together. Let's start our own mastermind. So I'd love to hear from you, and stay tuned, because I'd love to share my next steps and any tips or whatever I can share. So this is the first of many video diaries, and I just want you to start doing it. If you haven't, if you have any hesitation and you hate your life, or you hate being stuck in a job and not have enough money to pay your bills, or just having somebody else tell you you're only allowed to make this much money and that's it, then you got to start some kind of side hustle. Trust me, you definitely should find that channel, that passive income source, whatever it is. Doesn't even have to be Amazon. But if you feel like you're stuck in this box of someone else is dictating your life because you are punching a clock and trading your time for money, then get started on something that's going to bring you real happiness. And there's nothing better than being the boss of your own life. So if you ever had any hesitation, now's the time. Get started, look into it, start selling on Amazon, and get a mentor. Okay, well, it was great talking to you guys, and hopefully you'll tune in again. Bye.